what does the process look like if we're trying to change our mindsets? Developing mindsets in our lives is not something that's just an overnight situation, and I wish that we could just change them in an instant. But if we look at the stages that we move through, we can better understand where we're at now and the progress we need to continue to make for the future. So let's jump into this. I believe that one of the first steps for growing and developing strong mindsets is understanding the current state of where we're at so that we can then identify the next step of change that we need to make. So I want to use a model that's called the 4 stages of competence that could be used for mindsets. It could be used for a lot of other things. But I think when applied to mindsets, it's very helpful to understand where we're at now and where we need to get to. And in these 4 stages, it helps us see that there's a progression that we make throughout the development here. So stage number 1 is called unconscious competence. In this stage, this can maybe be referred to as where we are ignorant, blissfully ignorant, right? We don't know what we don't know with regards to how our mindsets are falling short in our lives right now. We are reaping the consequences of perhaps having some unhelpful mindsets, but we don't understand why these things are why they are. So this unconscious incompetence can seem perhaps like a happy place to be, but really, eventually reality is going to set in and we become aware of what's really going on. And so we can think about, to use an example, a kid who's starting to learn how to drive a car, right? Perhaps playing Mario Kart is the full extent of their driving experience. And they probably think they're going to be an awesome driver. I already have an 8-year-old who likes to be a backseat driver. Now, will that be true, that as soon as they get behind the wheel, they're going to be great? Probably not. And that's where reality starts to set in. To stage number 2, which is what we call conscious incompetence. At this stage is where we become fully aware of how we're falling short with regards to our mindsets. We want to have a better mindset, but we come to realize that perhaps changing our mindset isn't quite as easy as we thought it would be, or certainly not as easy as just flipping a switch. And this can be frustrating. This is a difficult place to be, and a stage where a lot of people give up. But don't let that be you. To continue with our new driver analogy, this is the first time perhaps a new driver actually gets behind the wheel and almost runs into another car, and they realize, oh, perhaps this isn't quite as easy as I thought it was going to be. That leads us to step number 3, where we get to conscious competence. Moving from step number 2 to 3 is where a lot of the hard work takes place. It takes continual conscious effort. But as we improve our mindset, our brain wiring starts to change. Our neural networks actually develop to reflect our new way of being. And we're able to see that improvement and gain proficiency. But our new mindset doesn't quite feel natural yet because we still have to think about it. It's still a very conscious way of being and actions that we're taking. So this is perhaps like the driver who, after a lot of hard work and going through driver's ed, they can drive well. They always look ahead to the stoplights and check every blind spot and see all the signs on the road. But it still takes a lot of their mental energy to do every single step. And they're very keyed in and perhaps a little anxious around it still. But finally, with some more practice, we can get to step 4, which is unconscious competence. When we arrive at this stage, we've kind of achieved mastery. Our new mindset or way of being has become more of a second nature. We can perform and operate at this new level without a whole lot of active conscious effort. To go back to our driver analogy, our driver has worked and practiced, now is so competent on the road without exerting a whole lot of extreme concentration. They notice and react to things as they come without having to think about it too hard. Maybe they're okay to listen to the radio or listen to some music and drive, and that's totally okay, right? So what stage are you at with regards to your desired mindset? Do you want to be more open-minded? Do you want to be more growth-oriented? Do you want to be more minded towards helping and serving other people, right? Probably most of us are at least consciously incompetent, but if there's some areas that we still need to gain some more awareness, that's good too. So no matter where you are now, you can take action in the moment. While developing mindsets is a lifelong process, deciding that we want to work on them can happen in an instant. So I invite you to do that. My name is Jeff Perry, and I'm a leadership and career development expert and the author of the book, The Intentional Engineer. And one of the things I teach in the book and I love working with people on is developing and implementing strong mindsets and moving through the process of doing so. Because mindsets are a huge factor that drive our behavior and the results that we want to get in our life and our careers. So if that's something that you recognize that you want to do, is improve your mindset as an individual with a team or your organization, I would love to talk and see how I can help you level up your mindset so you can achieve the results that you want to achieve. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to talking soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this video, I invite you to please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified anytime a new video drops. I want to keep providing content that's helpful for you, so please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.